because I thought it was literally just going to be they would yoink everything from Lost Void, but it's looking like she's getting one extra combo, which wasn't shown to us before, which is pretty good or pretty cool,
Yeah.
I guess to say.
They
Yeah,
updated
so
her core in additional.
Yep.
Her core like applies to like all the new attacks and the ultimate, and then the additional they actually made it so it's not just faction and element; it's now faction, element, and stun, which
Oh.
lets you wheelchair her with lighter Astra. Let's go.
Okay, let's keep
We
going.
all
Let's keep
have
going.
Astra around here.
Hacko, initial takes. Initial takes.
Initial takes. I've been around Hoyo since like the launch day of Genshin, so I've celebrated a lot of anniversaries in their games, and I went in with like kind of the same expectations as I do with those anniversaries, kind of tempered, and I was very pleasantly like surprised with everything revealed. Could there have been some more stuff, like some more buff icons, etc. for these drives? Yeah, but I think overall I'm very pleasantly surprised. And
Nice.
I think the game is heading in a good direction. And we've never seen like buffs this early in a horror game. Like we're getting buffs to characters before Honkai Star Rail has them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's big, like them acknowledging that Ellen is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, we'll
And
definitely come
overall-
back to you when we talk about Ellen more for sure. But yeah, that's yeah. I imagine you're one of the biggest winners of that Ellen getting that Holo Zero buff.
yeah, I was like screaming for 10 minutes straight, I think.
Josh.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
Awesome. Josh, how you feeling?
Feeling great. I'm gonna, represent the Proxy podcast a little bit, with our takes on a little bit more like story and lore stuff. Just because we have a plethora of amazing meta and spreadsheet warriors here amongst some other folk, but when it came to some of the lore tidbits that they shared, especially with in particular, like they talked a little bit more about like porcelain and like how they derived it from like lumite ore. They talked about a little bit. They didn't really talk specifically, but like they showed off the Exaltus Overseer boss. They showed a little bit more about just the overworld world building, stuff like that, and that stuff really got me hyped. Seeing it kind of all in like, it's just like 2 weeks away. I'm like, whoa, this place is gonna be looking sick. And one last highlight for me. Introducing a new way to interact within the overworld as well as like within the story, and how we like either like take pictures or use like our mystical arts to like manipulate the world and stuff like that, and like also use it to interact with the miasma, which will be a combat thing. That's pretty sick. So those are my highlights specifically.
No, that's
I'm
awesome.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late.
How
you're
dare
busted.
you?
How
dare you?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is it?
Thank
just
hot
kick
shit.
the door down.
Yo, it's unlocked the 7th. My goat.
Yeah. Hey,
Cheers.
On the 7th.
hey,
Did you
all
enjoy
need
that
is shut-
seed gameplay? You know when we saw
You-
the
you,
seed
you
gameplay?
damn
we
right.
saw that,
You
yeah.
damn right I did.
Wait,
We
Yeah.
did. It was the mechs.
It was
The
EOS.
That's the
EOS.
test him.
Yeah.
That's the test him.
Factual.
Okay, we're going around the room giving initial hot take, initial like feels. Okay,
hot
so
takes.
yeah, you're at the bottom of the queue now, Kate. By the way, Razor, what's good?
I would be the bottom for you, Daddy.
Oh my god! All
Okay.
right.
It's 5
you're
a.m. It's 5 a.m. Come on.
Razor, how you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I had little expectations, just like Hako. I played all of these Hoyo games, went through all anniversaries. I did not expect them to cook this much for the first anniversary. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I like the free selector, especially on the V engine, so people can choose that as well if they're missing something. All character buffs, really good stuff. Pretty much all other gachas do this. Hoyo was very adamant of not doing this, but I'm happy they started to do this earlier on. So the balancing, I think it's going to be quite fine. I also like the additional ability changes, how they change the requirements. So it works like all stuff can work with the new stuff. From what I've been told, also the Ellen additional got changed, right? So that's
Yes.
pretty good. I think the balancing it's going to be perfectly fine going down the line if they keep going this way. where the old characters are still being taken care of, and they can actually work with the new stuff. So you have more mix and matching instead of this constant like back-to-back packages, you know. So yeah, it's pretty good. Basically, this is how more or less a true anniversary should be like, if you ask me. You have the main story, lots of goodies, events, features, and yeah, I think they cooked. It's great. Hopefully, the next year is gonna be even better.
Yo, let's go. Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's good.
R2, hot takes. I think
Hello.
honestly, guys, we're gonna for those who have
Hot
joined.
takes.
I've seen EO and Muzzy join as well. We will get to you. We're just giving initial hot takes. Honestly, I had a run of show. There's probably too many people here for it to actually work. So we'll do this, and then we'll just let chaos ensue.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll get everyone to share something, and then we'll let chaos happen. Okay, R2, immediate thoughts. Hot take.
I mean, in terms of hot takes, I'm not really sure. All I have to say is that I think Yushuan's animations are kind of meh. She doesn't really move that much. But
You shut
right
the
after
fuck
that, we saw like what's her name? Jeff and the panda, the dragon warrior.
Yeah,
And they're like moving all over the place. They're doing like
Mr.
the
Mr.
kicks
Poe.
and the
Mr.
spins and
Poe.
whatever the hell. And I was like, damn, that is fire. So
True.
in comparison to the other two, I think Yushuan's lacking a little bit there. But overall, I think the program was actually really sick.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really like the OST. I mentioned that like in the past as well when we got the teaser for it. Like, oh wow, this OST is fire. And now we got to hear it again, and it's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to be using that in my videos.
Sick.
I like some of the like optimizations that we're like talking about, like the they changed some keybinds and stuff. Unfortunately, nothing about manual chain. I was kind of hoping they would like have some quality of life for players that are struggling, but
When that happened, I have
no
flashbacks
mentions.
to you trying to teach me manual chain. By the way,
Trying, fucking tried, bro. We had some troubles pressing the special attack button.
Well, I couldn't hold it down at the same time. Okay, we're not talking about it now. Breed.
Yo. I just
Breed,
want to introduce
thoughts,
myself.
Initial thoughts.
Yeah, just quickly. Yeah, so I don't usually go very deep into anything ZenlessZoneZero in related like strategy and everything like that. So I'm usually a .exa, but I have started to really dive in to the whole, analytics side of it. But about the SP, just quickly, yeah, I feel really good about it. I'm somebody usually is quite critical with gacha games, and they've kind of been losing me the last two SP programs, mostly because those patch, as we all know, were sort of fillers. They were really focusing, I think, on what they're going to bring us for season 2. But yeah, I felt really good about it. Like, I didn't know how it would feel, how they're going to stage the new area and the new SP program, but overall, I think they did a pretty good job. Some events, it looks like they're going to be still recycled from what they've done before. I don't want to talk about too much because there's a lot I would want to say, but I want to save it for when you talk in a group. But yeah, my biggest
we'll let
highlight.
chaos.
Yeah,
We'll,
exactly. Yeah.
Once everyone said a little bit, then we'll let chaos happen. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. My biggest highlight is definitely also what we got teased for 2.1, I think. But yeah, we'll get to that a bit later. I think that'll be best.
Bro,
Yeah,
have you ever
yeah.
gone into like voice acting? Your voice and mic is insane.
Seriously, I mean, what, dude?
Bro,
It's funny.
bro,
It's
that
funny
thing is
because somebody in the
insane.
chat, they brought it up earlier as well. I think it was Raphael Mustang. Yeah, he brought up why I never got into voice acting. I just never did. I did some animations. This was my old projects before. I used to voice my characters, but aside from that, never. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Nah,
Thanks
they
for
gotta,
that.
they gotta
we
get
love
you in,
we
bro.
love
They
you,
gotta
Breed, we
sign
love
you
you.
up. No cap.
No, you have a nice, you have a nice voice, bro.
I think you passed the line.
thanks,
You
guys.
sign up for something.
Kete, initial thoughts on it. What are we thinking? We'll do Kete, then Muzzy, then EO, and then Chaos. All right.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen? I just uploaded a community post. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Orphe's my new wife. Who the fuck is Yishuan?
Yo,
It's kind of base
her
though.
in-game model is so
Kinda,
cute.
yeah.
I love redheads.
M6 Orphe incoming.
Who's Yishuan? I don't know who she is anymore.
He has to get M6 Jafufu first.
Why
yes.
fuck everybody,
Oh wow.
everybody
Yeah.
want me to fucking M6 every stunner, bro? God damn.
Stun the set.
Like God damn, bro. But yeah,
It's
but
your marketing campaign.
Hush.
Damn it, I didn't
But,
correct.
but Yishuan mid Orphe wife is my hot take. And
That's not even hot though.
True.
Yeah.
Just based.
This was, in my opinion, if I compare it to Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, it's the best anniversary they've ever done.
Yeah.
Is by far the best anniversary they have ever done. I went into it. I said it for months. I went into this with extremely low expectations because they burned me so many years in a row.
Yeah.
I went into extremely low expectations, and I left very fucking satisfied. Getting a standard banner character and engine, I was not ready for that. I expected the 30 pools. That's about what I expected, 30 to 40. The events look good. They're getting us ready for Seed. You cannot tell me they're not getting us ready for Seed. Seed, my nigga Seed. They're getting us ready for him. I know it. They have to be, right? And then yeah, man, the buffs for Ellen. Yo, for months now I've been telling people that they're using the Lost Void as a way to see how they can buff characters. And people called me stupid for months. Now all these niggas look dumb. I feel so validated. All you niggas who said it was never gonna happen, you're the fucking retards now. Oh
Okay,
my
that's
god.
okay. That's not right. Okay, let's move on. Muzzy.
You're British. You should have
gonna
no
put
issues
an end
with
to
all
all
of
of
us.
this.
So for me, as Kete said, this was definitely one of the best anniversaries we ever had in Hoyo games because Genshin was disappointing.
I'm turning him up.
Star Rail, but ZZZ, oh my god, they did amazing job on this live stream. I kind of agree. Like I do love Yishuan, I'm gonna lie. Her skin, amazing stuff. But I totally agree that Orphe is definitely waifu material.
Hey, my man, my man.
My man, my man.
So yeah, like I'm not gonna say that Yishuan's mid. I still like Yishuan, especially on the skin. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting the skin. I am sorry, everyone, I'm getting the skin. But
You don't have to apologize. This is a gacha game.
Orphe might get a Mindscape 3 just for the name card. Not going to use her on my content, like a Mindscape 0 challenge stuff.
I mean, for
Nah.
M3, you might as well like M6 because, like, it's just it adds color. It adds color.
That ain't happy.
Might as well M6.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
Maybe. But yeah, it was a really good live stream. I'm really happy with everything that they showcased there. I was expecting some extra things, like as I said, loadout and some other stuff, they can add through the course of 2.x, season 2 overall. But for me, definitely one of the best live stream I ever had in terms of anniversary stuff.
Cool. And EO, how you feeling, man?
He's feeling it. He's really feeling it. Mom, is my boy muted in Discord?
No, I can hear him.
What?
And Ellen, because PR wise, reception wise, that would be the best positive reception you can get. I'm already going to predict what's going to happen is people are going to complain that it's Ellen getting a buff and not whatever their favorite character is, right? Because most people didn't pull Ellen, or we just had a rerun for Ellen and they're not going to, grab that or whatever. Or they didn't grab it and Miyabi better, whatever, right? But on paper, based off what we currently have in the game, Ellen is automatically about to be like a tier 0.5 character minimum. Outside of that, though, everything else about it was super positive. I really enjoyed the characters. I know we just talked about Ijuan and like how she's a little lackluster in terms of the moveset or like her animations. I don't think I needed her to be like crazy good animations. I think it's more along the lines of like, how is she going to play? They didn't really show that off outside of her, as a single character. And it does feel like another Sanvi in a way where she's going to be the main one on field. She doesn't really care about switching in and out. Like there, obviously she has some switching stuff, but her kit looks like it's designed for you can just play this one character and beat everything in the game, or fight everything in the game is what I should say. It feels like that. And then we also have the free S ranks for the engine. I felt like we were gonna get a character. Like that's kind of standard at this point, right? To give away something, but the engine, that's huge. Not only and like from a new player perspective, new players already have the ability to get their first 5-star or S rank within, I don't know, like an hour and a half of playing the game, right? You go from level 0 to like level 5 or 10, something like that. And then you get all the 40 pulls. And then you just grab your first S rank. But now they get a free S rank that they can choose to pair alongside whatever it is. And this is huge because players who missed out on Haramasa, well, now you can make a complete team or 2 complete teams, depending on what you get, right out of the gate. And you get an engine. I think this is going to be a big thing to help players understand why the S rank engines are so important. And like, you don't need to pull every single engine in the game, but just having a couple of engines on your account makes a big difference versus you not having them. So I think that was great. And then I think the final thing that I want to talk about as far as like a negative goes, I really feel like we should have gotten, or they should have announced buff icons or like messing around with that, right? Like hormone
Thank
punk,
you.
for instance, you know, we
Yeah,
never know
one
when
of
that's
Yeah.
up. Yeah. And so it's like, even if they would have put it, I would have preferred if they made icons for it so we know, but we can't even see it in the menu. That sucks. So it's like there should be a way for us to tell without having to keep track of things manually in our head when something is active, when it's not active, whatever. And then the second thing, which I think is the most important, and that easily would have made this like a 9.5 for me out of 10, training mode. They constantly talk about us using training mode and like being good at it, or like go use our training facilities. There are 2 things they could have done that I think would have set off 2.0 as like this inarguable. This is one of the best. Period. Right? Would have been improved training mode instead of giving us the training mode or leaving it as it is now. It still feels like CBT3. Make it so that new enemies are in there. You know, better meter management, team assist options. You know, whatever. Right? Just make it a good training mode. And then the second thing in like I'm gonna say the fighting games or whatever, right? But you know, normally in fighting games you have a character trial, which just shows you the bare bones of a character, right? Like you know, their basic attacks, a couple special moves, and like maybe one combo. Then you have the combo trials. I think what they should have done was someone in my chat brought it up. Honkai Impact Third has this where they have like character combo trials or team synergies or whatever. They should have done that for Zenless. So now what this would have done was this would allow players to get more familiar with not just the character, but how the character performs in a team. And I think that would have been perfect. Then it would have been like a 9.5 out of 10.
Cool. All right, thanks, man. Okay, so yeah, I feel like we've been on call for like half an hour.
Wait, AOG, real
Wait,
quick.
what?
Real quick. Soul's a really good friend of EO's. I gotta tell him. So, I mean, EO, in my chat right now, Soul just said someone turn off EO's mic. He's happy
By the way,
Dude,
Soul did
fuck.
get an invite. Soul did get an invite, by the way.
Right.
He's at work. He's at work.
He's at work.
Okay.
Oh man.
But
What
yeah,
did I do?
yeah. Anyway,
What the fuck?
yeah, I think I think we had a list of things to go through, but I also didn't want to keep us on call for ages. I said it would be like an hour. So yeah, honestly, let's just let chaos happen now.
Can I
let's
say
just
something real quick? Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
When I first started my stream 3 hours ago, I think about halfway into the first hour, people were talking about some CCs for the ZZZ, and I was saying, man, I just love the ZZZ content creation space because like it genuinely feels like none of us are like competing with each other. Like we're all helping each other. We all have each other's back. Like I talk to pretty much almost all of you either daily or very often in Discord. Like we keep in touch, and I just want to say I'm very grateful for the content creation space we have built, and love all you guys. And I hope we can
bro.
keep it going, man. Like
Lomia,
very,
continue.
very,
Yes,
very,
sir.
very, very, very good CC
yeah.
group for this game. That
Hell
we've
yeah.
done a good
100%.
job.
Yeah,
I
we're
couldn't
chill.
agree more.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, right. Well, let chaos ensue then, guys. Like, yeah, I feel like I had a list of topics. There's honestly probably just too many people here for us to actually like
Well, we
meaningfully
could
work
go
through them.
off on your topics and then just go off of that. Where's your topic list at?
Yeah.
Yijuana.
next one was
Let's start with
rewards.
Yijuana. What do we think of Yijuana?
Want to start with
HP,
Yishuan?
HP scaling. That's something that's
HP
cool.
scaling.
Yeah,
I
man.
think she's another Haramasa.
Yeah.
She's another blade from Honkai Star Rail, man. Like
No,
late
no,
Wait,
no,
what do
scale
you
well, yeah,
mean
that,
by
but
you think she's another Haramasa? What does that mean?
I think she's gonna be a character that's gonna be technical. She's definitely gonna have something where you have to learn how to play that kit.
Yeah.
But because she has boobs, no one's gonna complain about it.
Isn't every character in the game, you
Oh.
know,
No,
needs to know what the fuck you're
but like
doing?
Haramasa is like the most technical character that everyone talks about in the game, right?
Mhm.
Like you still have people saying Haramasa sucks, not because he actually sucks, but because they just don't want to learn how to play the character.
It's
Yeah.
because
I think
the content creators playing him suck. True and real. I'm kidding.
Real.
That is real.
Hey,
Like
Hey.
EO.
Hey,
are-
what the fuck?
hey,
That took me
I'll-
a minute. I was like, who the fuck is this?
I'll have you know, R2. I
Yeah.
actually got a UCC 64K with Haru. It took me 6 hours, but I did it.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm 16
I
pretty
did
good.
it.
Your F16 is pretty good.
Literally.
It took me 6 hours, but I did it.
I'm proud of you, my son.
My son.
So he's like older than me, but I don't know how much, but he's older.
I do like the way that Yishuan does look. I know you said more technical, Leo, but I like the way she looks more involved than like me happy. Do you know what I mean? Because I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be kind of like what's the word?
Oh, what the fuck?
Simple and
Slow,
busted.
but
Oh,
yeah, I'm glad it looks a little bit more technical. It doesn't have to be crazy busy though.
Yeah,
I just think
I'm
her
really
damage
liking the fact
numbers.
that she has a parry, and just like Evelyn, she has like a perfect dodge weave into her kit. It's like a lot of like reactive stuff into her kit. I find that to be like very fun.
I mean, she has everything, right? Like they said, she's gonna be a mixture of, or rather, her character lore-wise is supposed to be this weird, perfect balance of offense and defensive capabilities. And I think her kit shows that. Like, it's not over complicated. It's not super over the top as far as the animations themselves go, but she has like multiple dodge frames or like perfect dodge windows that seamlessly flow into her own combos. She has that parry shield thing for the feathers or whatever it is.
Mr. Joshua, can you please
And
say
then a
in the
couple
group
other things
call how
too
I
that like it
appreciate
just,
every
hey, I'm
single
doing basic attack 1, 2, 3. All right,
I
here's a parry,
appreciate how
and I'm
you
still
all are
attacking. Like,
positive but
that's
also
crazy.
critical on the game
Be able to
without
do all
being
that
malicious.
and never have
you
to
all
switch.
keep cool, keep being grounded.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
appreciate
think
you
that
all.
Yijun is kind of set up to be a character where it's going to appeal to both casual and, you know, more in-depth creators. Like,
No,
just from
100%,
what I saw
100%.
off the live stream, like, she has those
Per
layers,
Travo.
like
Yeah,
Leo
100%,
said.
dude.
But
I'll
I
talk when
think
it's my
that
time. I'll talk
she's
when it's
gonna
my
be
time,
kinda
chat.
set
Because
up
there's too
like
many
Miyabi,
people. I want to
where
give
it's
other people
kind
time to
of,
talk to. Does that make sense?
your main game
Yeah.
plan is to do the whole basic
Yeah.
Miyabi, right? But there's more technicality when it comes to
Also,
playing
hi, BB. Welcome
Miyabi.
in.
So you'll have your casual players
I'm
kind of
pretty sure
doing
you
like
were
a certain combo
streaming
that
too.
it's like the
Hopefully
go-to
you
one,
enjoyed the
and
special
then
program.
maybe content creators or people online are gonna find these more technical like combos that you can do just to, you know, show how many layers that this character actually has.
True. We talk about the Yijuan power creep though. Those
Oh,
booty shorts are
God.
moving crazy.
Yeah.
You're looking at her
Skin-
butt. When the other
skin
thing
or
is
no
right
skin?
in front of your face.
Whoa. Yeah. The eyes are up there, guys.
Do you guys like her skin?
I think without the
I
skin
do.
is better,
I like it.
personally.
Yeah,
I like
skin
Yeah,
is
I
cool,
like
though.
the top. I think her
The
skin
skin's
would look
actually
way
alright.
better if it was a full dress. Yeah, does anyone like
Oh,
Princess
no.
Peach?
I
But I
What?
think
Bro,
characters
Mom
in
sucks.
dresses are underrated. We only have Rena.
hear you, but you
Anyone
just
like
got through talking
Princess
about
Peach?
ass.
Yeah, but it was a bait question because I started it with power creep, and you guys were gonna think it was like actual power creep, but then I started talking about her shorts.
That's how comedy works.
I don't think they'll ever bring a character with a dress again. It's such a Guna game, you know. It just won't work in their favor, man. I think
Well,
it's
I
all
mean,
about
like
them.
Vivian is like half there, you know, but then
Yeah.
it's like not there.
Yeah, that thing goes all the way up, though, doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
perfect. Come on.
Yushuan with the Princess Peach outfit is wild.
I could see it though. You know, like I can
Like
see it.
pink and everything too.
Yeah, it could be
One
cool.
thing I wanted to ask you guys about Yishuan, I don't know if we touched on this already. Forgive me if we already did, but this whole thing with this new attribute, did you guys know about this thing, Rupture? Or was this completely
I
new right now?
mean, they
was in
just
the
announced it
leak, my life.
technically.
Yeah, I've never seen those either before.
Never in
but
my
if
life.
I did know about them prior to this, I think it clarified a little bit more from the live stream,
Mhm.
and now I'm more familiar with what it is now.
Why we lying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what is this things they were doing with the additional abilities around that? They're just like adding it as a extra condition to the 2 basic ones all the characters have, or what happened there?
Yeah, so instead of like, I guess like with Collator, right? Before would have been, her faction or like an attack unit. So now it's
Yeah.
her faction or an attack unit or the Rapture special agent or whatever.
Oh, great. So 3 conditions then. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see Ellen's? Ellen's is 3 conditions now too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
Ellen needed
stun,
that
with stun.
badly.
Yeah, yeah.
Because her old
She
one
did.
used literally only ice or lycone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now she has so many options.
Oh, so she's got a lot more
for-
flexibility now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's cool because we're getting Jafufu. Okay, can we talk about Jafufu real quick? That character's
She's
gonna
ugly.
slept on.
I'm more excited about Jufufu
hell
actually.
She is
Anyway,
ugly as hell.
Bro, you're
Literally.
bugging. You're bugging. You're
What?
She's
bugging.
literally some gremlin,
You're
bro.
bugging.
Yo,
Now, first you talking about
no,
your fucking cheeks. Now you want to cover the cheeks up, and you think Jafufu's ugly? Man, we got to get this guy.
I
out of
think
here.
Beast Swan doesn't look good either, though.
We got
Jafufu
what?
is
Oh,
T0.
man, come on.
Oh, I love
Yo,
Did
you see
yo,
that
G,
infinite
get him out of
combo
the
she was
call.
doing
Get
with
him
her
out of the
basic
call
attack?
right now, bro. Get Gib out of here.
The team attacks with Pani, who is dude.
Yeah, Panyi, who
I'm
is
so
the
excited.
best looking of all of them, bro. He's a
The
big panda.
Dragon Warrior. He's
Yeah,
among
he's
us.
a-
Yeah.
I kind of can't wait to M6 Panyu, or to M5 him and never get the M6, unfortunately. I've just noticed that Az has joined us. Az, how's it going?
Dude, Orpheus
Amen, bud.
is so beautiful. That is like the
Amen.
biggest
Amen.
model
Hey.
they've ever put in the
Amen.
game. It is actually insane.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
see how
I'm
long her
happy
ears
there.
were?
My man.
All of
Speak
the
your truth.
Obo squad,
Prayers were so
they have not
long.
missed with any of the Obo squad
Yeah.
agents. Obo squad is peak.
Hey,
Oh,
Az,
and that big Bang Boo mech shit was 100% a test for C.
oh my god. Oh my god, Az, you're oh my god, Az, you're me. Bro, you're me, Az. Bro,
Yeah, there's literally no way.
Az, you literally just did what I did.
Did you enjoy the seed gameplay?
Oh,
Yeah. That was a lot. That was very good. There was I literally was like I couldn't breathe. They were suffocating me with so much shit. It was
Bro.
insane.
bro, Az, we're twinning. We're twinning. You did the exact same thing I did when I joined. You spoke
go.
about the 2 things I spoke about. We're
Really, those
twinning.
were the first 2 points you brought up too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Oh god. Yeah. That was, I mean, freak, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Freak.
I mean, yeah. Like, so overall, feels you're feeling good.
I'm feeling great, bro. Oh yeah. Thank you, Jeff, for bringing it up. They finally showed Susan in game. I've been waiting 3 years for them to show Susan in game, and they gave her a full-on little like intro where she was streaming.
Susan?
The streamer.
Yeah, she was the streamer.
Yeah.
The streamer.
Oh.
Right.
I've been waiting to see her in game ever since like I think it was the first closed beta test before the game, or like a little bit after the first closed beta test started. They were posting images on Twitter of this NPC Susan, who was like a blog poster, and she would go around and review all the different places in New Eridu. And there's a bunch of really, really cute art of her like checking out all the different shops. And I was like, when are they gonna have Susan in game? And they never had it. And then they finally I think that's, if you go back, the 2 hypest moments that I had during this stream was Susan showing up and then me seeing Orpheus's model.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I gotta say, I kind of thought Orphe was gonna look more badass. Am I
Yeah,
alone?
her-
there?
No,
She
no.
looks kind
I
of
like,
cute.
well, like
She definitely
that
has more
specific
spice.
expression.
I
Yeah.
feel like she might be both.
They've
Sorry,
softened her face.
I just caused
Yeah.
uproar of chaos
Yeah,
in the school.
Yeah, no, you could. We actually compared it with my chat as well. We were just 12 of us, and we were looking between the teaser, the animated teaser, her face, her jawline, and everything, and her eyes. They've definitely softened her. I don't know if that's based on feedback people gave after seeing the trailer, but I think, yeah, I like her like this as well. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
She's definitely
I like her more now than I did the first time I saw her.
Do you?
She's
wow, that's
literally
I still
like
want the menacing looks to her, or like a little bit menacing. You know what I mean? But like maybe it's a switch. Maybe she goes
Yeah.
from like super cutesy and like, haha, these are my friends. And then when she goes into combat, she's
I
like, all right,
mean,
I'll kill you now.
That's
Yeah.
very
the
true.
models
maybe
are
it's
very
got, like, a
flexible, so they
on-off
could very
switch.
easily do some good like facial expressions.
Flexible, he says.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, did you see that one post with Jshoea after her skill? They just put her ass in the camera. That shit was
No, I
crazy.
literally can't see that.
Damn,
Literally
yeah,
can't see
that.
I mean, what? It's a very common anime trope to like have like the cutesy girl, and then when she gets serious for 5 minutes, she's a cold-blooded murderer.
Yeah.
Mm.
We still don't know the
Yandere.
situation with her gun too. So like there's
Yeah.
there's a whole dynamic that she has that will be interesting to see.
Mm.
The tail, the gun that's on her tail, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. What do we think is
Guys,
happening then for 2.1?
Already? Wow! Wow!
I'm so excited about
All
all
of
this.
us are
You know what? Yeah,
That's
too
true.
over.
I don't know. What could they even add that would make it stand out, right? Because like I feel like
Orphe?
2.0.
Orpheus?
Okay, obviously we can get her for sure, but I mean outside of her, right? Like as far as features go, what could we even expect?
features?
Yeah. Like,
Mm.
besides the character, because we know
I mean,
a character's coming.
more reworks. I mean, the fact that they actually officially put the like Lost Void stuff in for Ellen this time,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Mhm.
that is huge.
Yeah.
So then I guess with that question or that answer, who do you want? If you only get one, who do you want to get the rework?
Soldier 11.
No,
if it's
well,
Yep.
Well, we don't even have Soldier 11 doesn't even have Lost Void stuff yet, does she?
yeah,
He
she
just wants
doesn't.
it because he's a Soldier 11 main.
Well, I mean, real.
That's-
okay, but Soldier 11's chain
That's
attack
not
is so
true.
bad. Her
In
chain
terms
No,
attack
but-
is terrible.
The standard S rank
it's too
DPS
slow.
is it's Soldier 11 and Nekomata. Nekomata would need it more. than Soldier
Necromata
11.
does
Yeah.
need
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit of love,
absolutely,
Yeah,
for sure.
Nekomata is like in the,
100%.
she's like in the, yeah.
Let's
I feel
be
like
real
it would
though,
have
guys.
to be someone that already has.
That's
the
not
gear.
happening. Yeah, I agree, Kate. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where you're
but
going.
but this is the biggest question we have to ask ourselves. Do they even care to buff the standard banners? That's the real question.
Ooh.
I
That's
think
a
they
little
need
sus.
to at some point.
They've looked at them.
I feel like the
Maybe.
problem with buffing standards is that if they do that, they eventually have to buff Lycon, and that's not happening.
Well, I mean, Lycon really
Lycon's
just
better
needs
than
things
Trigger at
shifted
base.
around. Yeah, like he needs things shifted around, right? Like
Yeah.
his whole thing being on field, he really just does need damage. Like if that would be the buff, and you're done, right? He already does good enough days, but the problem
Lycan?
is, yeah, Lycan's fine.
Bro, if
mostly,
Lycan does damage, I'm
majority is.
fucking vibing.
That's what I'm saying. Like all he needs is damage for the most. Like if we're talking about a big buff, he really just needs damage.
What have they done in what have they done for the other games? Like, well, it's obviously probably not comparable, but have they,
They
ever
didn't do
like
it.
in
gonna
Honkai
say,
Star?
this
They
is-
they never did it.
No,
Well,
this
This-
is the
Tasha-
first.
I don't think they've done.
They-
it.
Zenless is
they
the
are
first
doing
one
it.
Yeah,
to get the buff,
Zenless
now
is
that you
getting the
said that.
changes before HSR. HSR is doing it like next patch.
Well, I mean,
For the stable
They announced
characters?
it like months ago.
Or
Yeah.
limited?
Yeah,
No, it's
period,
not
yeah,
standard
No.
characters. It's limited.
Oh,
characters.
it's
Yeah, for like
Oh, okay.
Zila and stuff.
Violet's getting buffed.
Only
Oh,
5
okay.
stars. Limited 5 stars, yeah.
Oh,
For
right.
real quick for my chat, they weren't saying Koleda was getting a new skill. They were just explaining that a lot of the other supports that are in the game, they're adding the new Yishuin's like element to work within
Yes.
their kit.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rapture,
yeah.
yes. If,
Good.
Yeah.
if you want my
Which is
honest
great.
opinion, I hope I'm wrong. So this is where my opinions where I hope ages like I hope this opinion of mine ages like shit because I want to be wrong. But my honest opinion is they just won't touch the standard banner characters. And I hope I'm
Yeah.
wrong. But I
Yeah.
just that's my honest opinion.
I think they
No, I
kinda
think
have
that-
to.
yeah.
There's a
If enough people
priority.
put it in the survey, maybe they'll do it. Because I mean,
Well,
they do be listening to the
eventually I'll have
survey.
C6
Yeah.
Soldier 11, and it'll be like 1/10 of whatever the newest character is. About the time I get there.
Mm.
I think they have to buff them at some point though, or at least work on it because the standards are so I don't even want to say impactful. Everyone has them, right? New
Mm.
characters
Yeah.
now get the ability to get 2 standard characters for free at this point.
Yeah.
It'd be like a little silly if they went the entire. Let's say they go all of season 2, they never touch a single standard banner character. It'd be very silly of them to do that, and they're only focused on limited, especially previous limited characters, because now this is a gotcha game. They're gonna keep putting limited characters versus each other. So for all we know, Orpheus comes out and they're like, "Hey, we buffed Jane, but Orpheus is right here on the banner. You're not pulling Jane." You know what I mean? So it's like at that point you're wasting. I won't say you're wasting the buff, but only people who've already invested into these characters are the ones that are going to be able to benefit from that buff. Versus a
Yeah.
standard character, everyone has access to those.
I feel like it's
Fair.
a gacha model though that the stable characters are mostly after the first season or year they become less they become less present, especially in people who started from day one in everyone's gameplay. Like I think by year 3, it's probably going to look like Honkai Impact. You're just not going to be playing them. There's going to be so many other options. Even A ranks maybe that might be more relevant than the stable S ranks. So I don't think they'll touch them, and I think some people will be like a bit upset about that, especially players maybe that come into game who want to clear content like Deadly Assault and which is end game content. Let's be real. At the same level as some other people are after like a year, and they've only been here for 3 months. And I think that conversation probably leave out because I know everyone has an opinion on that. Yeah, I personally don't think they will. I can understand people would feel a bit harder, like take it to heart if they don't. But I think the priority is definitely the limited characters from season 1 first, if anything, to bring value to people's account who have actually invested, their free to play currency and also real currency in these limited characters from season 1, so they can keep up with them. I can say meta, I guess.
Yeah. To kind of bridge us a little bit, like they don't necessarily have to like completely even rework the characters. We already see Lycon kind of reinvent himself with like new W engines and in particular like new sets, right? Like with Hugo Vlad, we've seen him flip back into Protopunk. We've seen him use Astral Voice, and very easily he could use that new set.
Yeah.
Right? That new crit damage set very, very easily.
Why are they muted?
So, yeah.
Josh is muted, and EO thinks Josh is muted. What is going on?
Oh, yeah, because like I saw the greens, and I'm like, bro, there's
Are
no
you
way
schizophrenic?
A little bit, yeah, probably.
EO, that's why I was. That's why I was freaking. That's why I was going crazy because I couldn't hear you earlier.
And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. I didn't want to interrupt him, and I didn't want to talk either.
No.
So I was like, go ahead, like finish what you were saying.
You're all good. You're all good. No. Earlier, that's why I was like, I couldn't hear EO earlier. That's why. No,
Josh,
but
I completely lost the train of thought what you were on.
Yeah. So I was just kind of bridging us a little bit, going away from like the standard characters and saying that, we can reinvent the characters, not just purely through a rework, but we can give them more W engine options. We can give ourselves, more drive discs that, kind of bridge them to work and kind of function with the new characters. So what do we, I guess, think about some of the new drive discs and stuff that they kind of introduced there?
Hey, wait, before you guys answer that, Josh.
Yeah.
It was because of repo. I couldn't hear you because you were still at 0% from when we played repo.
It was repo.
Way long. These are so okay. Sorry, but before the stream was lagging for you guys too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you go back and see that we can customize the main character's skins with like accessories?
We forgot to talk about the biggest thing.
I didn't even know that.
How does
we saw it afterwards.
Zero 2.0 affect LeBron's legacy?
This is so
Did y'all
crazy.
see LeBron
NPC?
NPC?
Yes, I did see the LeBron NPC.
There's a LeBron, like LeBron James. Like what?
Yeah,
there is literally a LeBron NPC. It's like Buddha plus LeBron.
I gotta see it.
Also, I'm gonna send the image of this girl in chat. I don't remember her name. It's like user.
Oh, that NPC is so hot.
The one with the glasses?
No, not that. No. It's
no,
not an NPC.
it's Muzzy sent it earlier.
The kipwa. The one wearing the kipwa. She's absolutely amazing.
This umbrella is like a gun.
I think that's an A rank.
The raccoon girl?
I think her and the rapier girl are gonna be A ranks.
I think so, right?
I don't think Alice would be A rank. I think Alice is not going to be. I think Alice is going to be an S rank.
She's gonna have to be an S rank.
Well,
Alice has a rapier, and that looks sick.
Yeah, like just new characters in general, they look too detailed to be an NPC.
Yeah,
like Orchidea is detailed, but she's like recognizable type of detailed, right? Like she's not detailed. These characters look like they're important.
Wait, what? The one that I just sent?
Mm-hmm. Her and the other girl with the rapier.
Oh yeah, they're agents. They were shown in the. They were shown in the 2.0 like teaser thing.
Hell yeah.
But did you just call the fucking raccoon girl NPC? Is that what just happened?
No.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
The red one.
We're talking about Alice.
Yeah.
She's a raccoon?
Not
No, she has the.
was with the
Bro,
raccoon.
no,
She has the
guys,
raccoon
you need to
pet.
understand. I learned
Oh,
this when
yeah,
I
yeah,
watched
yeah,
the
yeah.
Star Rail concert with EO. EO doesn't watch trailers, bro. EO
No, I
doesn't
don't.
do anything.
Oh, he doesn't watch trailers, does he play the game?
No,
I thought he
I
did.
saw this one, obviously.
He doesn't watch
who-
trailers,
who
doesn't
said it
play
was
the
a
game.
gun,
What
the
does EO
umbrella?
do?
It does look like
I
you
talk
and
a
the
lot of
umbrella,
shit, I
actually.
guess. You know.
Yo, on the topic of characters, though, one thing that I was concerned about, and this kind of draws a little bit from season 1 a little bit, and for those of you, if you watch the trailer of the season 1 faction intro, we got to see almost every single character, whether either like a silhouette or something. When it comes to the Yunkoi Summit faction, we only know about 3. So is it a situation of them just expanding upon the faction later? Or
I mean, Stars of Ligma only have 2 now.
I was just going to say, Astra and Evelyn are more
no,
more
but this is
starved
like
than them at
main
this point.
story faction. The Yunkoi Summit is a main story faction, you know? So I
Well,
was
true,
thinking
Wait,
that like
what
they
was
would
your
get at least
question
4,
with
if not
the Yunkoi
5.
Summit?
I mean, before they do anything more with them, I would rather see the Angels of Delusion
Yeah,
come
but
in. 'Cause
what
I'm fucking
faction
stoked.
has more than like 3 to 4 characters? I think it's only the Sons of Caledon.
Sons of Caledon.
Is
Well,
it?
No. And then
Oh,
Anton.
more than 4.
And Bellabog has 4.
More than 4
Yeah.
is.
More than 4 is only Sons of Caledon, but they normally
Yeah.
4 was like originally the standard.
Yeah. So I'm just
And
curious.
then they went away from it. I don't know. I think they might do because we still don't know about that one girl from the end of the original 2.0 teaser who looked like she fit within the Yunkoi Summit. So either that's a secret character that they're hiding because of lore implications, and she'll be released later, and that'll be the 4th character for Yunkoi Summit. Or they're just kind of counting the main characters as like the 4th person.
Yeah, I think you're right, dude. I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think this is like another Soldier 11 situation where like these characters are just gonna show up like when the narration kind of needs it.
That's
Wait,
fair.
what was her name? Wait, chat.
Who, the
Didn't we
little
have a
bunny
name
girl?
for the girl? No. The girl at the end of the 2.0 trailer. Didn't
We
have
had a
for her?
name?
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
the JP
Oh, I
version
think
had
there
the names
was
in the
a
description.
name.
If there is a name, it's probably a leak.
Oh.
No. It
was
was in
in
the
the
description
No,
of the
no, it
video.
came
Yeah,
from
with the
the,
VA.
Oh, was it?
the Chinese or something. Here it is. Let me send the
Chinese
image
VA
here.
or something, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me
Ah.
send the image here on the chat. Where
Let's have a
is
look.
it?
It's not a leak, chat. It's not a leak. It was
It's
it
not
was
a leak,
literally
it's not
in
a
the
leak.
According to
description
Hoyo
of
right
the.
now, actually, so you're cooked.
I
There
didn't
you
see
go,
it for
Sandy.
the. let's have a
There you
look.
go.
Oh, that one that was turned around.
Oh, okay. Whew. I thought for a moment it was the name that Yishuin said for her mom or previous grandmaster or whatever.
Somebody
But
pronounce
no.
the raccoon's girl's name for me, please.
Zhao?
Okay,
the
that's
raccoon
not.
girl's
I'm
What?
pretty sure that's
I mean,
not what she's called
that's-
here.
I don't think so.
No, it was
Yeah,
like
like,
when we
it
had like the
changed the
original
name
leak
a
of the
little
character
bit.
names or whatever.
Yeah.
Football Yuya.
Football you.
What?
Oh, that's actually really good. Jeez,
Football
Jesus, man, that's
Yo,
fantastic.
Yo, yeah, I think.
Actually, not
Football,
bad.
yo,
The power
yeah.
of being a foreigner.
You, yeah?
Yeah, man, that was
Bro,
really
yo,
good.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think it's yo. I don't think it's yo.
Football you,
Yo, yeah, no.
Yuzuha. That's her name
I
apparently.
didn't even know they had
Yuzuha.
names.
Whoa.
14 grown
Yeah.
men
Okay.
try to speak Chinese.
I didn't know they had
Okay.
names, bro.
Yeah, one of my
That's
mods
sick,
just said it's Yuzuha.
Yuzua.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, I see people
Okay.
call her
Aw.
Yuzu. And then I looked up Yuzu and I got the fucking Switch emulator and I was like, oh, that's not it.
Her name was
Emulator,
on
what's
the
that?
No, I am ethical.
Okay,
I would
Yuzu,
never
yeah,
use
yeah,
an
chat
emulator.
said
Yeah, it
Was
had
it?
written on the umbrella.
Oh.
Ah.
Whoa.
Oh,
Well spotted.
I
Where
mean,
is it written on the umbrella?
we already know now. It's confirmed. If a character has an umbrella, they're gonna be broken. We know the code now.
Oh, it's underneath the umbrella. Oh, I need to pull up a
Yeah.
different shot. That's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying. Okay.
Oh, what do you guys think of the Bell and Y skins?
They're
Goated.
cute.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
think
it's
they
nice.
should have put it in. Yeah.
Dude,
They
you
should
get
not
to
put in
wear
the
it and
anniversary
head.
package. Like, yeah. I don't think they should have gone in that package, though, but still. They look great.
Well, isn't
Yeah,
it,
Why
isn't
do
it
you
just
think
from
they
like playing the
shouldn't have
story?
been
Like you just
in the
you play the
anniversary?
story and then you get it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that we're moving to a whole new area. The the cutscenes and all the main cinematics are most likely to be with Button Wise wearing the new outfit altogether. So, not giving it for free would have been weird in my opinion. But including in the anniversary package, I don't know. I this is why I said at the beginning I'm quite critical about these little details. I thought it was kind of like, okay, let's just put that in there as well. Just to say that we've
I
done it.
don't think
But
it's connected to the anniversary. I think it's just because the anniversary's going right now that they added it to it because they
yeah,
specifically added a system where you can claim it without doing the story. I think they were
yes.
going to have it just be the
That's good.
story.
That's good.
It's still great. It's still great that they. I suppose they have to give it out. I suppose, but yeah. What do you guys think of this whole thing? Well, this is probably for new players, I guess. So I don't. Maybe I misunderstood this, but do you now? Can you join the game and skip the whole first 5
Yes.
chapters and just go straight to
Yes.
season 2? Is that what it is? Okay.
You can do a
1.2, right?
pre-screening to season 2.
Yeah.
So does that mean
I
you
think
can skip through
at
Sons
one
of
point you
Caledon?
have to-
Like,
Yeah.
so
Yes, I
basically you
think
can
so.
skip
Yeah.
everything. Once you get to that Sons of Caledon chapter, you can skip everything until season 2, which I think is
Oh, it
good for new player
was
onboarding.
written on
Like if they're
her
excited about
embodiment.
starting
Yeah.
season 2,
Yeah, if they
that's
just
fine.
want, if they want to start
Absolutely,
it,
with
yeah,
all the
yeah.
leaks going around and everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
Spoilers. Sorry,
Which,
not leaks. Spoilers. Yeah.
By the way, I'll just do a little shameless plug. If you guys are new players and you don't want to go through all of season 1, I'm gonna have a video coming out soon that's 5 hours long. That is a complete
Damn.
and like
That's
utter
definitely gonna
breakdown
save
of
them
the
time to
entire
explain
season
what's the
one.
progress on
That's
it?
a commitment.
Because it was
Yeah,
you've been chugging along.
I have been chugging along. Yes, it is coming soon. TM.
Did you go to
as in
sleep
like
last night?
I slept for 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, he was working on it when we we pulled him in call last night for a little bit. He's like, I just finished recording. I gotta go record more. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
Oh my
I've
God,
been
5
like
hours.
only working on this thing for a while. I've only slept like I think in total now like probably 14 hours in the last like 4 days or something.
Yikes. That's
Yeah,
not
you're
good.
trying. Yeah, you're speed running death, homie. What are you doing?
Dude,
God.
it's gonna be such a good video though. And now I don't know if you watched it, but I got so hyped. They posted a first anniversary replay like thing that's just like a hype collage of the entire season 1. And I'm just gonna rip that shit from YouTube and I'm gonna use that as the closing. The closing 3 minutes of the video.
Easy.
Wait, as a
peasy.
story guy, what do you think of the season 1 Zenless story, like all together? Like, what would you give it out of 10?
Except for
10.
season 1? Yeah.
Season 1.
A 10?
10.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
we're comparing this,
Yo, are we ending it at 1.4 or are we counting like
no, okay, here's the thing.
beyond?
If you want a legitimate like review, up until like 1.4, it was a 10. After the writing got a little sloppy in certain areas, and it was a little unfortunate.
1.5.
1.5.
I think 1.5 was
1.6. Actually,
terrible.
1.5
so bad.
in terms of like writing, and like world building wasn't bad. But 1.6 and 1.7, there was just a lot of loose threads that they just did not act, that they were acting like were tied together. And that would only be the case if you were following the story like 100% of the way through.
Thank you.
And it
I
just
really
felt
agree with that.
a little
Yeah.
sloppy. Which I think I talked about that when we did the when I was on the 50/50 podcast when I was mentioning that in 1.6 they just started dropping the name Exaltus like people knew what it was. When you would only know that if you have been like meticulously picking through the lore. So
the presentation.
Wait, I have another question. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was a
but before we
gotcha
switch
story
topics,
raising.
What? Razor was
Before
Well,
we
mine's
switch
a
topics,
yes or no
Razor-
question. Mine's a
Razor
yes or
was-
no
No, I
question.
just asked him.
Razor was talking.
Like,
Yeah.
no, just
Yeah,
asking
have you
Azriel
played?
about
Have
the
you
presentation.
played Player
He was
Obscure
gonna do it
Expedition
anyway.
33?
Chaos.
He's like,
You
yeah,
asked
I
me.
hear you. I hear you, but like, let me ask my question anyway. Let me ask.
Rips here. Hey, Rips.
Yo,
going on?
Azriel, have you played Player Obscure Expedition 33?
Bro,
Not
what the
yet.
fuck does that
My
have to do with
plan-
this?
What does that mean?
No, I am
It's not
gonna
a
stream
document.
it soon, but I haven't done it yet. No.
Okay. All I'm saying is after you play that, I feel like all your gacha story ratings will go down at minimum 1 to 2 points.
No.
Bro, all
Here's
you
the
have to
thing.
do is
You
play
are
Final
no,
Fantasy VI, and then all
no,
of your
stop,
gacha stories
stop,
go down
stop,
by
stop.
a
That's my favorite
minimum.
gacha
That's not
game.
the
Well, you
same.
add that
Anybody
together, and that's like
FF8
3.
though?
When you ask me what the writing of a story is, I am judging it based on the genre it's from. Obviously, I think there are games that are way
Well, that's
way
why I say
better
I
than like.
prefaced it. I said I know your rating is a gacha story rating, but
Yeah.
He really just wanted to like shout out Expedition 33. I promise.
that
you
game
guys.
is so good.
I'm doing a
bro.
fucking
Pretty
dope
sure
right
it's
now.
really
Fuck
good.
all of you.
I plan on playing it soon. It does look great. It does look great.
Yeah.
Did I join the wrong podcast?
Riverman,
Yes.
hi, how's it
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
Expedition
That's the right
33
one. You're on the right one,
Fuck, I'm
buddy.
kidding. Holy fuck, we're
We are
loud.
Hello.
absolute
What's
chaos
Ravenous?
right now. We did go through everyone and get their initial thoughts, and then after that, it's just been
Is it
chaos.
Ravenous or Ravenous?
It's Rivenous, but just call me Riv or whatever. I don't care.
Alright,
Well,
see.
yeah, let's
All right,
let's
Oh,
ask for your initial.
nonchalant like, all right.
Let's ask for your initial thoughts since you've just joined us. And then, to be honest, guys, I might drop out in a sec. You can carry on yapping, but yeah,
Bro had
I think the
enough.
chaos may just get too much, honestly. But Riv, initial thoughts?
Absolutely insane. Best anniversary of the year. Hide it away. I don't know, man.
It's only one, no?
Looks good to me, but you know, it's the way of how these live streams are presented. It is always made in a way that should hype it up, you know, just makes sense from a business perspective. So
Yeah.
I want to see how it's actually paced. They gave us 10 million events, but if they are all within the first week, I mean, sure, it will not be, you know, then we have 5 weeks of nothing to do. So I want to actually play it before giving a final rating on this. But I mean, live stream looks good. Anniversary rewards are good. I don't really have much to complain about. Except that now I have to do an updated Ellen guide, and I don't know when because I don't have fucking time.
There is zero time.
Good,
Um,
good.
Okay, I'm gonna say something a little bit inflammatory, maybe now. I
Oh,
thought the
no.
rewards were good, but I was saying it's great that we're getting the 30 pulls. It's great that we're getting the standard S rank selector. It's great that we're getting the
What?
engine selector. I think if we had 40 pulls, I'd have said it was peak, but 30 pulls feels a little low, honestly.
Well, we're getting 50, right?
Yeah.
No, it's 30.
It's
No,
30,
it's
yeah.
just-
The 1,600 polychromes and 20 pulls.
And then 20 pulls, yeah.
Yep.
I thought
They
the
kind of
220s
they
were
kind of
separate.
confused the messaging a little bit by
Nah,
like saying it.
the
in
way
a
they
different
worded
They-
it,
they
I
do
thought
that.
that too. I thought it was like 40, and then I thought it was 50, and then
too.
they reset it again, and I was like, oh, it's only 30.
It is
Yeah.
only
No,
30.
it's
Okay,
it's
okay.
30 pulls, and honestly, the
I do
problem
think
is we
though,
have.
I think we get to like 40 with like the web event stuff.
No, okay.
I mean, I still
I mean,
think that's
nobody
kinda
does
low,
web
I'm not
event
gonna lie to
stuff.
you. Yeah, like I feel like that's if we're talking about pools, definitely we could hold them to the same standard that we keep everybody else. That having low pools on an anniversary, like regardless of it being, I guess other things being generous, like the free standard, I do feel like 30 is like incredibly low, especially
So
given the fact that Zenless has the worst race. Like,
So one
Race is
thing I
different.
really would like to keep in mind in this regard is we have like 7 or 8 events, which all of them give polychromes as well, which is
Yeah.
it should
Yeah.
be 3 or 4 more than usual. So in the end, you know, if we give Wuva the benefit of the doubt, where we also count the event rewards to the anniversary rewards, then we should do the same for ZZZ.
Yeah,
See,
I,
but-
s- I
but
suppose
Wuha
it is
has
literally
guaranteed
just like a
banner.
raw 30, right?
Yeah, they have
Mm.
guaranteed weapon banner,
Yeah, like that's what I'm
which
saying. Like, it's-
Zenless could do. They could
they
get ahead of the
should do
game.
it.
They should
Sure,
they
but-
could get ahead of the game and just get on that. They
But
could.
except for a very few signature, well, for a very few agents actually, mainly I guess Miyabi, at least we don't have a 40% difference between A ranks and S ranks. I actually don't know what the current difference is for Wuva, but
Mm.
back then it was pretty bad. So they kind of need to make the weapon banner guaranteed, because otherwise that would be slightly scummy if all of your free weapon choices are like 40% worse.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Real.
especially for some S rank vengeance, which we have in the game, like Brimstone, they are universally usually pretty good with, well, like Evelyn can't really use it, I guess, but for most agents, they are more than usable
works
enough to
good
be
with-
like. it works fine, but it's not optimal. What I mean, for example, Zusua, okay, to be fair, that's a bad example because that Brimstone's just her biz.
Brimstone exists. Yeah.
Like usually you have like S rank weapons, which are like 10 to 15% worse than the premium weapons, sometimes less. And honestly, I think that's okay if we especially now get to choose one.
Yeah.
I will say it's nice that they, if I am remembering correctly from what I saw on the stream, they're letting us craft like a new free to play W engine for the new type.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
But
think
they're
there's
not adding a standard rupture weapon, no?
they're adding two. I
don't
think
think they
two
need one.
standard A ranks W. Oh no,
No, no,
wait,
no, no.
one,
What? It's the
two-
battle
I
pass.
think
No,
what
like a
gives this is an S
5-star
rank.
rupture
There should be
weapon.
a
I think they're
craft.
adding
That's
that.
a battle pass. The middle one's a battle pass.
Oh,
Yeah.
middle one's a battle
Wait, wait,
pass.
wait. So
Okay.
we can craft a 5-star. We can craft an A rank.
No, it would be an
No,
A
no,
rank.
the
can
the
craft an A rank.
crafting is all 4 stars.
Yeah, but you're
Cool,
saying
It's
that
with that
you're
Sophie
surprised we
girl.
didn't get an S rank, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for the rupture set.
I don't think we
Because
need
that means if you want a 5-star weapon for her, you have to pull on her weapon banner.
I agree with that. Like that, I know that's gonna sound crazy. I actually agree with that practice. Like if you're already
I
giving out a
mean-
couple different things for free, you're already allowing people to craft like an A rank engine that'll get the job done, and you're going for each one, you might as well just pull a weapon. Like if they, because they at some point you would have to keep marketing in play, right? Like they're not gonna just give you the free option for you to not pull on an anniversary banner, and they're giving you top up. They definitely
I
want you
mean,
to spend money.
they might add a like in the future battle pass another one in there.
Yeah,
Like just for
that
the
could be
battle
something
pass
too.
one. That way it's
I
a cheaper
actually
option to get
think-
an S rank.
I actually think we can expect a Rupture S rank standard weapon in 2.1 or 2.2, but they probably will not give it out at right now where we can actually select a weapon.
Yeah, yeah. Because like they could definitely pull a Tignari of like introducing a character in a limited banner, but they become standard right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always possible.
There was one topic I wanted to touch on really quick.
Sure.
I'm watching through the IGN teaser stuff, and I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the new exploration that they're adding? Like this
Yeah,
feels
I
like
have
the,
that on
That's
background.
exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted to ask. Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
might have to
feels
watch
like
what you're watching.
the
'cause
rally
I don't,
quest.
I didn't get to see a lot of the like it felt like they didn't show it off. Maybe I just had the lag or
No,
whatever.
no,
but
they barely showed it. They showed the map quality of life, but they didn't show actually playing through.
yeah,
They showed playing through like the open world Hollow Zero, whatever that is. It's like a
Oh,
mini.
yeah.
It's like an
Yeah.
instant Hollow Zero, but instead of it being like closed off to like one little circle, it's like bigger than usual.
Yeah.
I think they
IGN just
tested it
straight
with
up has
the
exclusive
Miyabi quest.
gameplay.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
I
IGN
gotta get
gameplay,
on
you
IGN
see quite a lot
bro.
more of it.
Yeah.
I need to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
IGN
it's
scene.
advanced
What the
version
fuck?
of the Milanoe event. That's
Okay.
basically what it is.
way of-
Except. Oh, go.
Yeah, sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say they're adding the new mechanics with like being able to break through the like hallucinations of the miasma with the mystic arts. That's what the like breaking the wall was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Making
sure.
everything
Yeah.
like look like things just
So-
Yeah,
disappeared.
in the Melano event.
The thing of how they worded everything and also taking the dev talk into account, this is basically a semi-open world now, where you can seamlessly switch between your agents in the open world and also have combat in this. Well, it's not really an open world, it's just a really large map, essentially. So you don't really use the HDD anymore. And you can also see some hints on that. I was just looking in Luck Gamer's stream here. You saw that you have access to your pulls and your entire UI in the open world now, while also being able to switch your agents.
I think it's very similar to Honkai Impact 3 Part 2 open areas, what they do over there. It kind of reminded me of that. This
What
open
do they do?
areas.
Yeah, so like specifically though, does that play the same as this? I have a question though. Are the enemies like in game already, or do they spawn in? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we have no
When you
information
enter-
about that, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
they
just wonder
talked
if
about
anyone's
it
seen
in
that.
the
Yeah.
in the original dev talk. They were talking how as you're exploring, you'll find enemies. So there'll be enemies that you can like run into, which is why they also made a direct point of like while you're walking in the overworld. Right now, pressing E brings up Internaut, but in this new instance, it would have to be your special skill because you're walking around with the actual kit. So they're
okay,
rechanging all the default keybinds. So that
Right,
way
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
still
Telling me-
access the like Internaut in a
see.
different way. But while you're exploring, you have basically the access to as if you're in combat. You can use skills and stuff.
So I thought that's what they were saying too. In my chat, we were all confused about it. And then I think my chat eventually was like, I think it's just more so along the lines of like what they're doing is making it so you can just change keybinds, period. But you confirming that, because you are the lore guy, you do a lot of digging. You confirming that is crazy. Because my whole thing was like, it feels like they're bringing Genshin to Zenless in some way, shape, or form. And I use that as just like an easy synonym or an analogy, but they're basically bringing the open world combat or the aesthetic of open world combat to the game.
Yeah, I would have said that as well. That's honest. It's probably pretty good of a comparison. You just think of it like, hey, if you are in Mondstadt, you don't have enemies because it's like a safe zone within the city. But if you leave the city, you just have now bosses and enemies out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys divide in the community with some people who don't want this open area exploration, just want like more stage focused gameplay? Or do you think everybody's gonna be cool with this new direction they're going
So
for?
what it
Literally
sounded like
everything
they said was
what-
you can do either or. That's what it sounded like, but I could be wrong.
No, I
mean,
think you're gonna
they-
have to explore the new areas like you did with Melano, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
in
yeah.
this
Bigger.
new way, you will have to like do an actual exploring, like Milanoe, yes. But
Okay.
I think I don't think they're gonna completely get rid of like stage focused like missions. I don't think that's gonna be completely moved away. But
I actually
yeah,
think
I
I
mean,
will move away from that.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Some of my chat saying that they haven't signed up for Mini Genshin. Not sure if they like it.
yeah, I mean, I can tell you right now,
Yeah.
I don't like open worlds. So I preferred the stage stuff, but I also preferred the TVs, and they removed that. So
Yeah, it feels like
is what it is.
they. Yeah, it
You
feels
should
like
just
they're
say that
going
you
through a.
hate jiggle. Can we have less jiggle in the game?
Yeah,
So
ban
quite a
that.
lot of
would
people-
actually make me upset.
Cancel him.
If I may say, I would say quite a lot of people went into ZZZ precisely because it didn't feel like an open world game, because they didn't have the time to play Genshin or WoWa, and they were interested in ZZZ. And with this new direction, maybe some of those people might not like this anymore because it might take them more time to do things than compared to before. Some people also treated it as a side game to like complement with WoWa or Genshin or something else, right? And now this might be taking a bit more time. I mean, as a streamer, this feels more of a main game now and probably better for streaming as well, if you ask me.
Sure. Yeah, fair point.
That's fair.
My man's soul is not here, so I'm going to say it for him because he said this a long time ago, and I agree with him.
Let's hear it.
Open world, I don't like anymore. Sometimes there's too much world. I just need a little bit of world. I don't need open world. I just need some world. I don't need
Introducing
open
a little
world.
bit of world gameplay.
I just need some. I just need some, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I will
I
clarify.
need-
Some people in chat are saying it, but yeah, it's not. We're not saying it's a. And also for any of you that might be confused, it's not going to be a complete open world. You're not going to be able to walk from 6th Street to the Chasm and then like go from the Chasm to the Limnian Hollow. It's just there are certain, just like the Milanoe Hollow, there are like it's still a stage. It's just a much bigger stage. And so I would compare it less
There's a location
to
called the
like
Chasm?
Genshin.
Have you played
the
Metaphor?
I've played a little bit of Metaphor, yes.
So Metaphor has exactly what you're talking about, where it's like there's a kind of like in betweens, where outside of the main stage, like you go to a castle or a dungeon, that is its own thing, right? Everything that you do in there turns into a turn-based fight. Unless you're like strong as shit, then you just kill everything in one shot. But outside of that, that's what you do. Outside of the dungeon, though, it's open-ish world.
In
where
a
you
really
can go
big call right
from-
now.
A little bit of world.
Yes,
point
I
A,
think
yeah,
it's
point
going
A
to
to
be
point B.
smaller than the way Metaphor has it, because
The
Metaphor
world
is
is
still pretty
scary.
big.
Yeah,
I think
Metaphor's
it is
huge.
going to be, we mentioned it earlier, but it is probably going to be very, very similar to HI3 style, because it gave less of like the current HI3. Like, because part 2, the stages are really big, and we'll have to see how big it is here. But I saw it more as like a
Elysian?
No, not an Elysian Realm. The Sakura open world, like semi-open world.
Oh
thing
yeah,
they
I know what you're
had.
talking about, the Yaya place.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hated that shit, dude. Not that you said that out loud, like, and I didn't hate the concept of it. It was just so fucking boring. Like, oh yeah,
Well,
run
yeah.
over here,
Well,
run
that's
here, do
because
this,
there
do
was
this.
nothing in there. It was their first time ever trying like a semi-open world thing, so it was very lacking. It was pretty shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, it's cool having them explore the different like mechanics with being able to alter the world in some way. whether it be altering miasma with the mystic arts or
Dog,
how
I
they
thought
did
you
the
said
no
something.
Noah.
How do we all
you-
feel about the whole new miasma mechanic?
I mean, it's
They need to
interesting.
do more with it. They need to do more with it.
The
I
animation.
don't know. I saw the
is
color
dog
red. I
shit,
didn't
to be
understand most of what
honest.
they were saying.
Yeah.
You see the new boss?
You
Oh,
animal-
dude. When the new boss came up, I was like, oh, hey, new Deadly Assault boss. I hope it's not annoying as fuck. And then they put the boss on screen and everything's fucking red and he's just doing loop parries. I was like, oh, this fucking
Dude,
sucks.
it's like some big sludge, like fat blob of red.
Oh no, you're talking about Guzzlord. Yeah. Guzzlord is different.
Like,
That's a different boss.
You can't see shit. And like the first thing he does is a loop parry. Like, awesome, dude. You're just stuck parrying for 5 years. I love bosses like that.
Just get out
Yeah,
of the way.
but
Just get out of the way.
the shrine mask guy does it too.
The what?
No.
The,
Okay,
like,
wait. So
shrine
Exaltus
mask
guy, the Exaltus guy.
Yeah, he's talking about the parry loop from the shrine guy. The Guzzlord dude has not shown a Guzzlord is like the Pokemon dragon or whatever. That one didn't get any gameplay to show us like a parry loop. He just looked
No, it did.
interesting.
When they were showing Jafufu, they showed the big fat blob thing gameplay.
He has a parry loop?
Yeah. He like spits his tongue out and he like spins around like 4 times.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, that's not cute.
I'm gonna be real. I couldn't pay attention to the mechanics because I was just like, holy shit, this is one thick ass boy. What the fuck?
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
Guzzlord and I said, dang, all right,
Guzzlord.
we got Pokemon now. I'm a fan. I like it overall. It's cool. I think.
Yo,
they're
do you
gonna do
guys
good
like
with 2.0.
Jshoea's English voice? I do not like it at all.
I thought every
It's like
time
way
y'all
too-
say
It's a
something,
little bit plain, I'd say.
Mummy?
I thought
Who
you
cares
were gonna
about
say
her
something
voice? I'm
bad.
distracted by at least 3 other parts of her.
See,
Yeah.
there it is. There it is. I thought that's where Gib was going.
Speak
in the
our
first place.
truth.
No, I was actually thinking about her voice. Her English voice is like mega NPC. It's like no
Yeah.
tone.
I mean, she
That's
looks
like
like
her
a toneless
character,
character,
Okay.
though.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, like I don't think she's supposed to be because she looks like she takes everything seriously. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and oh, you know
Strong
what? Actually, I
silent
got
He
a
has
question.
Anby's humor.
I got a question from my chat earlier. I want to ask you guys. What do we think about the whole Void Hunter / as strong as a Void Hunter thing when it comes to?
I mean, they officially
Uh.
showed what the title was in
Yeah.
the stream. They showed what the title was. It's Grandmaster.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
do you mean like in terms of how do I feel about people still thinking that she's a Void Hunter, or
Not necessarily thinking about it, but like I think what's gonna happen
Like the
obviously is
power
we're gonna
level.
yeah, right. Like you and I talked about this when we met up and when we were eating like ramen and shit, right? And we talked about like the differences between the titles and
Character
like
comes out,
a
they
Void Hunter
automatically have
is
like a certain power level.
yeah, right,
there
ahead.
is no reason for them to limit themselves to only having Void Hunters being like incredibly strong people when that's not what the title is for.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
when we're talking about like actual lore, and I know we talked about this in person, but the Void Hunter title is not granted just because you're strong.
Ding, ding, ding.
Just because you're very powerful doesn't mean the mayor's like, yo, that's fucking pog. Here's a title.
I've
It's
never heard you make that voice before.
whenever someone like does something that actually benefits the city and helps push back and fight against Hollows as a whole, that is what lets them get a Void Hunter title. So while yes, Miyabi was able to slay a symbiotic ethereal by herself in less than 3 minutes, that's not why. Like the strength the fact that she could do that in 3 minutes isn't why she got the Void Hunter title. It's the fact
It's
that
because she's friends with Harumasa, who is actually the strongest character in the universe.
Yeah,
So I made her the Void Hunter.
Exactly. It's about
we
like
have a Void
the contribution to the city.
here.
Right.
So just because Yishwin is extremely powerful, isn't like a bad thing, at least lore wise, because it could just be that she hasn't actually done a big enough feat to be considered contributing to the city yet.
We're power scaling now.
So
Not particularly, but
power scaling and like
yeah, I wanted to ask the question because I got that question in the comments, but I think it's a good point of discussion too, because if we look at it from Miyabi's power level in general, we were talking about that. I think I was talking about that last night or the previous night, something like that. But as you said, Void Hunter is not the reason that Miyabi is what she is, and I think it's funny that so many people tie that to her, like, oh, she is as strong because of the Void Hunter thing. or her strength is tied to the title of Void Hunter. And it's like, no, Miyabi is just fucked up. Like that, she is literally one of, if not the strongest character currently in the existence of ZenlessZoneZero. And it's hilarious because her dad says it. Like there's yeah, I was talking about this last night or yesterday. There's a whole scene I was talking about with Blind, my buddy. And there's a whole scene right in what is it 1.4 where right after Miyabi gets captured or something like that, and you call her dad and you're like, hey, we need you to tell us about the sheath and like, how to control it or close it, whatever. And he's like, oh, I can't do that. Like that's Miyabi stuff. Why would I do that? And you're like, oh, well, I'm Miyabi's friend. He's like, all right, cool, I'll tell you. Wait, why do you need to know that? Like Miyabi should just have it under control. And you're like, oh, she got captured. And he laughs. He's like, haha, like, what do you mean she got captured? And you're like, yeah, these people took her. And you're like, oh, that's funny. They're fucked. And then he starts to tell you something about why she's incredibly strong and like that's really bad for them. Then he stops himself, laughs again, and he says, you know what? I'll tell you how to do the sheath thing. And then you move on with the story, right? But it's so hilarious that canon wise, like lore wise, Miyabi is quite literally one of the most fucked up characters in the game to the point where like everyone that knows her recognizes her power level, and we still don't even know her true power level. Even when she split open, what was it, the hollow or whatever with the big orb? She split it open. That wasn't even her full strength. She just does shit, and I'm like, all right, bro. Like, there's a reason she's the strongest character in the game. Like lore wise, canon wise, it makes sense.
still
Quick
think it's crazy
correction.
that
When
Miyabi,
she
like,
split the hollow, that was
doesn't even
her.
fucking
Like
touch
that
the-
wasn't just her power. That was her
story
actually
thing.
tapping into Talus because Talus
Yeah.
like granted the power for a moment. But everything else before that, like whenever you see her just slaying ethereals, yeah, that's just her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, this has been real. I've had fun, but I'm gonna dip because I have to go
Alright,
do other
bro.
things now. But yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do it for an hour, but yeah, we tried to focus the conversation at the start, and then chaos just ensued, and I've loved the chaos.
I think it's
Chaos
quite
is
Yeah, it
fun.
was a
fun.
good conversation.
Yeah.
Appreciate the host.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's time
thanks,
for me to go.
Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
Right,
you for
anyway,
putting this together, Average.
I'm dipping out. You're free to hang
Yeah,
around
thanks
and
for
yap,
that,
guys,
Lawrence.
but I'll catch you later. Bye.
Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much.
See you, man.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.
Yes.
I'll follow
After that,
suit
all
with
you're gonna
Average.
hear
You
is
have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna
See
dip as
ya.
well. Thanks
Yeah,
for having
yeah,
me,
yeah.
guys. Cheers.
Yeah, have fun, man.
Wow.
Likewise. See ya, guys. Bye.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Later, later.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
so we are
You're dropping
leaving,
like
right?
flies.
We are dropping. We are
Anybody
dropping.
staying?
I guess
I'm
like
staying for
stay for a
now.
little
I
bit.
think.
Yeah.
I think I still need to. Chat wanted me to do a recap of
I mean,
everything
I
that's
can.
coming in season 2, so I can chill while I write a
I
script.
mean, I
real
could
quick.
stay. I just got back.
I know.
I could hear y'all.
I know
I could
EO's
hear
gonna
y'all.
react to
I
like the
have a-
IGN thing, but
I've just been playing the
I
game in the
promised Chad
background.
account reviews, so
I was
I'll be
grinding
holding out.
Hugo
we,
and
we
Oro.
love some account reviews.
All right.
They
Yeah.
fucking suck.
Later, guys. It was fun.
Yeah.
GG. Yep.
See
We
ya.
can
Okay, see
end
you,
there.
Frosted.
It's a good quick talk. We can end there if y'all want. It's up to
Yeah.
y'all.
I
I actually
mean,
wanted to ask
do
you
you have
guys
any
one
like
thing.
last things that you guys want to bring up?
I mean, sure. What do you guys think? Do you think Yishuan is going to end up being stronger than Miyabi or on the same level in terms of gameplay?
Same level probably or lower.
Same level
Worse.
probably, but as pointed out before, she's probably going to require a bit more of skill to play because of the parry stuff that they showcased on the gameplay as well. Kind of requires you to understand the enemy as well. Not that Miyabi is that easy, you know. Once you understand
Yeah.
Miyabi and how anomaly works, you kind of can increase your power level once you understand things like anomaly stuff, stun extension that you can do both with ice and frost and things like this. Yishuan is probably going to be like strong, but it also requires some extra, skill from the player. Probably.
Yeah.
For what we know about Yishen from that demo, she seems to definitely be a lot more like on field. So, I understand like comparing her to Miyabi makes sense, both as like both on field DPSs. Do we see anything from her that like indicates any like off field application or like support
If you watch
capabilities
the
or anything?
IGN video, it shows literally her whole kit.
Oh, okay.
She can switch between her mini ultimate.
Yeah. Okay.
So like it you know how like Miyabi can quick swap during her enhanced basic attack?
Yeah.
Yishuan can quick swap during her mini ultimate. So
Oh.
that's kind of similar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Thing about particle effects. Do you think it's a bit too much on the screen now with everything?
Yeah,
that's
with the
going on? Or
with the
think-
brimstone or the brimstone cloud.
yeah, but also with like how do you call her? Yufufu or Jufufu? I'm not sure anymore. But anyways, her plus Yishuan, Panda. There seems to be quite a lot effects on the screen based on the IGN gameplay. Yeah, what do you guys
Yeah,
think?
and then there's the boss as well. I mean, it's like cancel all over your screen.
Yeah, I feel like it's maybe a bit too much. It
I
reminds
mean,
a lot of
I
World Game
already
Pack 3,
think
actually.
like if you do a lot of reactions of Miyabi, there's already a lot on your screen. Or even like Evelyn, when you're doing like a lot of chain attacks, there's like a lot on your screen as well.
Yeah, but you have multiple characters now, like because you like Jufufu does things off field by the looks of it as well, and there seems to be like a lot of going on at the same time.
Yeah. And this is with damage numbers turned off.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's
turn
true.
off.
Actually, I didn't even realize. Yeah.
Turn off. I found the moment I turned off blooming.
Oh yeah,
bloom
that does
trigger.
usually help.
This
As
also
soon as
helps.
The
it-
only thing when
as
you turn
soon-
off bloom, it makes your game look like a half potato.
No, it
Yeah, it
doesn't.
looks like shit.
No, it
But
doesn't.
bloom is like all the colorfuls. It's like all the the yippee, you know? You could, like
I
turn
would
off the bloom, there's like no
disagree.
I
yippee
completely
anymore.
disagree. I could show
For
you
me,
gameplay right now with bloom off.
The yippee are the
Alright,
numbers
I'll go
popping
to
up
your
on the
stream.
screen.
Show me no bloom gameplay. Because in Genshin, when people played with bloom off, it was like literally blooms.
I play with bloom off. I have no problem at all with
Yeah.
bloom off on ZZZ.
Bro, wait, the game actually looks really clean without bloom. I completely disagree.
Yeah.
I'm going to your stream. Show me.
I had to turn on the game.
I think it also is like definitely a monitor thing potentially as well. Potentially.
Is it
So,
not?
like, is it not?
I have to do I have to reopen the game for it to work. God damn it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, any other
What the
takeaways?
I've been hearing
yeah,
something about the
That is-
aftershock in Hollow Zero. Like all agents have aftershock now. Or
That's my
something.
takeaway.
Oh yeah,
I
the new
read
gear
something
type.
like this.
Yeah.
I can't understand why they're adding this, but okay, I guess.
I low-key think it's because they want to test like what happens when you have multiple aftershock units and like how that'll feel, how that'll look. Because like right now we have like sure we have Polker and we have Trigger and stuff, but like when they get more involved, right? And kind of to like the conversation of like, oh, there's a lot of particles on screen, like what's gonna happen when we have like everyone aftershocking? I think is gonna be a
Actually,
big
I don't
thing.
know why I asked you to show me the bloom. I have my game open. I'm like brain dead.
Gib, come on. Come on, Gib.
I just realized I was like, wait, my game is like literally open.
Oh, one thing we
The
didn't
one thing
mention
that I
about
looking,
Jufu.
like for my side on guides and the calculator, like oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm going to have such a trouble with the calculator. But anyway, they mentioned on the live stream that Yishuan ignores the enemy defense. So I'm like really interested to see how the numbers are going to look if Yishuan is like ignoring the enemy defense. Because right now, for example, this means that Nicole it provides not that much of a value for Yishuan, for example. Rina,
Yeah.
0 value. Trigger with her signature, 0 value as well.
Trigger's
So-
easy fix. You just use a different engine.
That's totally
Yeah.
true. You can like Ice JT pod. That's true. That's true. You can.
There you go, there you go.
Get some
Yeah.
extra damage. Yeah, that's true. But like, I'm curious to see how how it will scale and maybe get a little bit of the charts and the power creep stuff. You know,
Mhm.
the power level stuff. Just because of the fact that she is completely ignoring the enemy defense.
Yeah. I mean, these are kind of entry into true damage, right? A little bit of sorts.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
like, will
Def down does nothing for her. Pin ratio, defense shred, and pin ratio does nothing.
Yeah.
For,
Rip pen subs.
Right.
Yeah, or pin subs. Yeah, like they do nothing. They literally do nothing for Yishuan.
Yeah.
On the other hand, my HP plus 4 discs, they finally have a good reason to exist.
Wait, here
Awesome.
cheat says Ice JT buffs attack. No, it doesn't. It buffs damage percent.
What doesn't what?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Pause. Don't attack
Saying
buff
about,
will
like,
wait.
damage
You are
shot, yeah.
completely wrong on that, brother, and I can go look at it right now because I'm on the game. Yeah,
What
it's
did they
damage
say?
percent.
Yeah, damage
It's damage
percent.
percent.
Yeah.
No, it's not here to cheat. I'm looking
So
at it right
20%?
now. I'm on the game.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What I'm curious about is the Jufufu decibel increase. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know how
Jufufu?
that 4K affects combat at all when you can barely even get 4K in Shiyu. You can even you can barely get 3K. I mean, in Shiyu.
Surely she has incredible decibel gen.
I feel like
Or,
her
so,
buff
or
is
like, yeah,
only
some
for
way to
lo-
like buff decibel gen as well.
Yeah, she's got to have something for
Yeah. Yeah. That was my like one larger thing outside of like just the, other stuff like sheer force. It's like, HP scaling and all that other stuff. We know her special attribute anomaly too.
Is it like different? Like I know that the color looks different.
Yeah,
but,
so how Frost, and Frost burn, right?
yeah,
For her,
I'm
it's
not so
corrupted.
sure if it's
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's called corrupted.
Oh yeah, we changed the tense of the word. It's went from corruption to corrupted.
Corruption to corrupted.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Insane.
Insane massive changes.
New corrupted meta goes hard.
Someone asked
learning
a good
English from
question.
Zenless.
Someone asked a good question. Do we think all Rupture characters are going to be HP scaling?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
No, probably yes, because they made the new Rupture set HP. I feel like if you add a Rupture character and then
Sure.
they're not HP,
They could just
I
add
mean,
a new
unless
They
they
just
can
make a new
use an
set,
old
though.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
They could just be a pain in the ass.
I'm more thinking
mean,
about
yes,
lighter
that's also
additional
true.
requirements. If
Yeah.
if he's gonna get the thing as well, like the rest with the Rapture unit or not. Because I think that's
No,
gonna
he's
decide
not.
lighter fate
You didn't
in the
get it.
future.
No, he's not. I can already tell you he's not.
Okay.
Dude, you're such a doomer.
No, I'm the lighter simp. I am literally the M6 lighter guy.
Okay, but does Lighter need it
know.
though?
I'm telling you right
Yes,
now,
would be nice.
he's not going to get it because they want Jufufu to be the peak for Rupture agents, and they want Lighter to be the peak for attack agents.
Yeah, that's what
If
I'm
they-
thinking.
If they
I don't
made
think Lighter needs
they,
it.
Yeah, if they made Lighter of Rupture 2, then that completely fucks over Jufufu because Lighter's buffs are better than Jufufu's.
Okay, so
Fufu
you're
is,
telling me
it's
that
not
I
a
should
dude, you know?
skip lighter. That's what
People
you're
would still
telling
puller,
me.
probably.
The lighter propaganda.
Yep.
Lighter's the goat.
Nope.
Yeah, lighter's
I
great.
totally agree.
If they fix the damn bug that he's got right now.
He's
What
got a
bug?
bug?
Yeah. Collapse bug on multiple enemies.
Collapse on multiple. What does that even mean? Though?
Final punch means stun extension. Final punch on 2 enemy. Oh no, only 1 enemy get the stun extension. That's the bug.
Yeah.
Oh my god, really? Oh, that's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
it's
does
annoying.
that? They should fix that, but what does that affect?
Marionette.
Oh,
Also twin marionette.
Yeah, like any like multi like,
Also Palicus.
Oh.
All fights that we just had. And have right now.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't used Lighter on any of those, so I would never know that.
Didn't pull Hugo?
No.
Unbased. SMH.
Who did
What
pull
is Hugo
here
going
anyway?
to do when I have Soldier 11?
More damage.
Yeah,
More
but Soldier
damage.
11 is Hinokami Kagura. Hugo is just like cool scythe guy.
Yeah, he's cool scythe guy,
that's
dude.
Cool
crazy.
scythe
That's
guy.
crazy.
Yeah, I love cool scythe
That's
guy.
And I
crazy.
just pulled Vivian.
Yeah, you can
Yo,
play Vivian
thank
Hugo.
you so much for the
trust.
raking.
It's in the
Yo,
agent
we're
mission,
wrapping
so
up
it's
the we're
Don't
wrapping
you
up the
know?
CC talk right now. Yeah. It's me, Muzzy,
That's exactly how that works.
Misha is so
Razor,
bait.
Kate.
Why did they even place it both Vivian and Hugo at the same team?
We
Like,
got
I know, okay,
Azriel
it's
in the
more
house.
stuff, but
Yeah.
come on.
Welcome in, gamers.
Lord, there is a thing I
Hopefully you
wanted to ask
enjoyed, Ethan.
Azriel, specifically about
What do
story
you think, Ethan?
presentation
Yeah, let me
after
know. Let me know.
1.4 patch. I
TLDR.
feel like the
Do
quality
you think it
of
was
the story
okay?
presentation dropped down.
They didn't go
Like, it
crazy.
Yeah, he
feels like
said
there's more
that.
But they didn't
more
flop.
static
So I think
images
it
and
was
all that
okay.
stuff. Yeah. Oh, he muted
I think they
himself,
did
never
pretty
mind.
okay, chat.
Dodged.
He said he was recording like a story prompt or something for like a video.
Yeah. Anything I missed?
No, specifically like
we're still talking. It was good. Presentation was
quality of
mid,
the
not gonna
story
lie, but I
kind
think
of
it's still a
like
6, 7.
feels a
Oh,
bit-
100%. Yeah. I don't
the
think anybody thought it was
presentation, I
like
feel
the
it's
godsend.
down in 1.5,
Yeah,
1.6.
but they delivered on exactly what they said they were going to do.
Yeah, like,
They introduced all the updates, quality of life stuff, all that stuff. They gave us 30 polls.
Or comic panels.
The standard selector, sure.
These were
So,
so good.
yeah.
These made the
Yeah.
whole ZenlessZoneZero story.
I'm just glad that they didn't
feel
flop.
Something really unique when compared to all other gacha games.
It was the
And,
bare minimum.
like, every
As
single
long as
new
they didn't
patch will
flop.
keep getting
Yeah,
less and less
that
of
was my
these,
kind of like just
I
like
don't know.
please,
ZenlessZoneZero
please.
Right
I mean,
now,
the chatters are saying they don't see a difference, but
yeah,
have you
I'm
for
you
example,
know,
the
for those of
Trigger
you who I'm
story,
coming from
like,
Ethan's side,
the
hi guys,
starting
my name is
image there
Josh.
was
I
like
play a bunch of
4 or 5
ZenlessZoneZero,
minutes, I
and I
swear.
cover ZenlessZoneZero
Like, I don't think I'm
majoritively.
tripping.
You guys might have even seen me
I don't
from
know.
yesterday's stream where we were
in
gaming
the Astriel
with
and
Ethan,
Evelyn
as Ethan was
quest,
showing me Woo
they
Wall,
have that
and I was
car
showing Ethan some
cutscene for
ZZ.
mad
So
long, where it's
yeah.
just like the image
Do
of
you
them
think
in
the
a
two new
car.
bosses will be difficult without
Yeah,
Jufu
like-
Yishen? That's the thing. I don't know just yet because they haven't released anything.
Pacing was better.
But they
talking about
definitely will
presentation
have some
specifically.
advantages.
Like the way
Yes, they will
I
probably
feel
have some
like they used
advantages
less cutscenes,
over
less
older characters.
comics, but more
Somehow,
static
I don't know.
images.
But
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
I mean, Yishen with her true damage, right? With
'Cause
with
I
her
don't
sheer
think
force,
Kathy's chatters
it's probably going to be a
understood
cheat code.
what
So
I'm saying, but okay.
numbers wise, but that's numbers wise. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, I haven't done the new story yet, so I'm gonna be real.
Oh my god! Imagine playing the game.
Bro, I do play the game every day. I just
But I'm going to jump back into the call
I told myself
and
I
join
would
back in
do
the
it,
conversation. Feel free to just listen on in as we kind of like
because I haven't done the most
down the
recent
special
one.
program.
That's the only one I haven't done. I told myself I'd do it 1 week before 2.0. I still got a few days. It has been hella procrastinating it, but I'm gonna be completely honest. When it comes to ZZ's story, that's why I didn't like say much there while you were talking, bro. Because like some parts of the story for ZZ like completely hook me, and I don't skip anything, and like I'll be like really like into it. And then some parts of the story, I'm like, yo, fuck this shit, and I just skip.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
usually
can
I
understand
usually
that.
skip when it's like NPCs talking about like nothingness. That's an easy skip.
So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, maybe Az doesn't like that. I'm sorry. Did I just hurt your feelings, Az?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I was reading my chat and I'm also writing a script. All I heard was that. What was the gist? That there's missing like the story was presentation was a little bad.
He said we're not good enough for him. That's what. Az should-
Yeah,
Az should say we're not good enough for him.
Yeah, sorry. That's exactly what came out of my mouth.
When I did the 1.5 story, like I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, yeah, usually when I play the game, I have the music off because I play my own music. I don't know, tech and just on like some random bullshit OST in the back. But for some reason, for 1.5, the cutscenes, the entire audio is linked to the music setting. So every cutscene I watched was completely fucking silent.
Oh.
The voices, the sound effects, the music, there was nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wow, this quest is awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, Az, what's your opinions on the Razor? Wait, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You said you think the story's presentation's gone down.
As
Quality,
muted,
specifically
as
like
muted.
more
he's back. He's
images
back.
and stuff like that.
He might be back.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. It was. What's up?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh god.
Okay. Hold on. Razor is saying that the presentation of the story kind of fell down after the 1.4. What?
Yeah,
are
like
your
1.5,
thoughts on this
1.6,
one?
and so on. Like more static images, less cutscenes, less comic panels, and more static images. And longer.
Yeah. I think it's probably just because right at the time of it's also the reason why the writing got a little bit sloppier towards 1.5 as well. is during that time they started shifting the entire development focus from being based around the TVs to being like the new stuff.
Exactly.
And so that's like their focus was all over the place on a lot of different aspects of the game, which spread them a little thin. So they weren't able to actually get the presentation out probably as well as they wanted to, especially because they also went back to the beginning and rewrote some of the story from the earlier missions to make it easier for newer players to understand some of the lore. And I think once we get, now that they're starting to get their footing on how they're actually going to start making the game and what direction they know that they're going to actually go for, we'll be seeing that high quality presentation show back up. Especially because I think in 1. we had a good amount of comic panels, I think, in 1.6 or 1.7 or one of them, I can't remember.
I think it was
and they were like,
yeah,
and I mean they were good. It was not nearly as much as before for sure. But at least they are still providing it and not just like lowering the amount of presentation to just one like route. But yeah, I think they're gaining their footing again, and it'll come back up.
Okay, I got you, homie.
Fair, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, anything else, boys?
Anything else,
really.
boys? Yeah, I think we
Everything
talked
that can be
about a
said
lot
was
of it
said.
already.
I think we good.
All right.
I don't think there's anything else particularly. I mean, besides the events and stuff, but we can always like see that for ourselves within the game.
Yep.
The dating or whatever that was, the cinema thingy.
Cinema,
You gotta, like
absolute
if you watch a
cinema.
movie alone, you gotta lock in QuickTime events.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
What the fuck?
I already. I think the last thing is
Damn it.
what I can think of is I know for a fact that ZZZ is going to be heavily looked at from the outside, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, a lot of people have been are expecting ZZZ to follow HSR.
Route, yeah.
And so the whole entire 2.x, I think people are gonna be very critical on everything ZZZ does.
I mean, now you're also gonna have, Hoyo shields and munitions against Kurobots regarding this anniversary. There's obviously gonna be drama around this stuff in the communities as well, I would say. Very, very likely. It's probably gonna
Oh,
happen.
bro.
I don't think it's good luck avoiding that one.
I just going to keep clearing Deadly Assault using 2 units only, and that's it.
A based.
Base, yep.
Kind of
Based.
Bezado though. Kind of Bezado.
Yeah. You're at like what, 7 stars right now? 7, 8 stars?
No, I did all 9 stars.
You did 9 stars already?
After
Shit.
37 hours on Deadly Assault, I got my 9 stars. Soka Kuniko on Marionette. Vivian Piper on Butcher.
Beautiful.
And Harumasa MB on Typhoon.
There you go.
Beautiful. Yeah, just post that picture and don't mention how long it took you. Just don't mention.
I mentioned already.
All right,
Just
gamers,
say you
I
did
need
it
to
in
head
one
out so I
try.
can focus on this video since I
Nah,
keep
yeah.
I appreciate you guys being
need
here.
to get back
And
in.
if you have any lore questions, you can message me and I will I can let you know.
Yeah. No, we're pretty much all wrapped up here, to be honest. So
Yeah. So we're good.
yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. Hey, I'm probably gonna make this a video. I potentially will. So just in case I do, where can people check you out?
Yeah, you can check me out on YouTube or Twitch. I multi-stream there at Azrael Vanity. I mostly do Zenless lore, and I'll be having a season 1 recap coming out soon. That's like 4.5, 5 hours long. Yeah, it's big.
All right.
I will be there.
Gib, where can people check you out, Gib?
TikTok not Gib, and then YouTube Gib with 3 B's, and I stream on Twitch as well as Gib.
Beautiful. Josh, where can people check you out?
Yeah, I'm pretty much Jshoea on all platforms. Mainly been doing the YouTube and Twitch gig like everybody else here, and I mainly, like most of us folk here, we mainly focus on meta stuff and combat oriented stuff. I do a little bit of variety and generalist, like beginner guides and stuff like that to ease people in. That's going to be one of my focuses for my new guide prep series, to get everybody acclimated to get ready for 2.0. So yeah,
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Beautiful. Muzzy?
So you can find me both on YouTube and Twitch under OK Muzzy. I usually do stream both on YouTube and Twitch, but mostly focus on videos, guides, and theory craft stuff. I like doing some challenges on Deadly Assault, Shiyu, and other things like this. Mostly on like the low cost free to play scenario, not speed running or killing enemies. That's too sweaty for me, I think. But yeah, you can find me over YouTube and Twitch.
This man just said, Muzzy, you just spent 37 hours in Deadly Assault and you just said
That's
not
too
too
sweaty.
sweaty. There's no way you just
I mean, speed
Yeah, you know,
running,
all
speed
this
running
casual
is
player.
killing enemies. Manual chain, fuck that
37
shit.
hours.
Manual
37
chain.
hours and
I
you're
guess he
not
also
too
has issues
sweaty.
holding the button.
And you're not too sweaty? What?
No, I am just
There's no
someone.
way. There's no way, bro.
I just have a passion for the game. That's all.
Yeah, you have a passion to sweat your ass off with two characters. What are you talking about?
Okay, fair. I take my words back. Okay, thank you.
why can't
Oh my God,
a man be
R2.
passionate? You know.
Hey, we're all passionate here, man. R2, what's up?
Hello, what's up?
I'm saying, like, where can we find you, bro?
Pretty much exclusively YouTube. Although if you just look up R2, you're not gonna find me. Look up R2 Horomasa, R2 Grace, R2 Zenless.
I found you from R2ZZZ.
Yeah, that works.
That works.
I mostly end up just posting random runs with like either just teams that I find fun most of the time. I prefer playing Shi over Deadly Assault, but I post that sometimes as well. And on the rare occasion, I'll do like some guide video or some bullshit content.
Do you like
Whatever I'm feeling
Shiyu
like.
over Deadly because you can speedrun it?
Yes.
That's pretty bad.
Yo, R2, I need to DM
absolutely a
you
Shiyu guy.
after this. I need to DM you after this because my chat forced me to build Haramasa this week. I've 4 more days to finish up Haramasa, and I'd love for you to
Listen.
come on and give me some actual like gameplay pointers.
I can do that, although probably not this week.
No, that's all.
I
That's all
had
good.
a coaching session with ALG yesterday. I'm gonna have one with Phantom tomorrow.
Oh shit. Okay. No. You,
I
gotta book you a month in advance. What is this?
Yeah, that's
You gotta actually
crazy.
book me.
Yeah, he got plans, bro.
But sure, man. I don't mind.
I would offer some tips, but I don't think I play Harumasa that well. I just
No, I don't want
know
anything from
what
you,
the
Muzzy.
base-
The hell?
I'm out. Fuck that shit. On every
You'll
my
be-
entire life, I expected something like this.
You'll be, hey, Josh, if Muzzy's your coach, you'll be doing that shit for 38 hours. God
That's crazy.
Insane, bro.
Oh my God. And finally, Razor, brother, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch, Razor_CT. I stream every single day. You can always find me there. I cover multiple gachas besides ZZZ, also HSR. I do dabble in some other gachas as well, upcoming ones like Ethereum Restart, guides, value talk, news, pre-release, all types of stuff. A lot of yap, basically. If you just want to chill and talk a lot, that's what we do, pretty much.
Yep. Sounds good, bro. Hey, man, it was a good talk, I think. I think we did good.
Yeah, it was good.
Chill, for the most part.
Shout out
Very
to
chill.
the hosts and ALG for bringing us all together
Yeah, I
and
appreciate
stuff.
you guys putting it together.
Yeah.
Yep.
But hey, until next time, boys, let's hope for a good
Next
2.0.
time.
Take
Yeah,
care,
Cheers,
have a
everybody.
wonderful
See ya,
day.
man.
Ciao.
All right, peace out.
All right, see ya.
Bye bye.
Out.